Welcome everyone. Super excited to get this started. I just want to confirm really quickly that we are live on here. So while I'm checking this out, quick question just to start us off, and I'll be checking the chat here. Quick question. So, how many hours a week do you guys think you spend collecting leads, trying to chase leads, find leads without one simple automated system? Trying to check your DMs here, check your messages on different platforms. So, if you don't know who I am, my name is Toddy, and I help businesses get their stuff together. So, we take back our time by building out systems and automations that help everything flow smoothly. Today, I'm going to show you guys a really simple but super effective automation that everyone should have in their business. I'm going to show you how easy it is to build this out. I'm actually building this out for a client live right now. So, this is going to be very informative. It's live on all platforms, but it's also going to be recorded on YouTube so you can go back, follow along step by step, and it's going to be really helpful. So, if you have leads slipping through the cracks, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook, or other social media platforms, or you're getting text messages and all of these things are just falling through the cracks, this system is going to help you get it all together as well as help you get new leads when you're marketing. I'm going to show you all of the softwares that we're using. It's only three, it's super simple, and you're going to see how this works in real time. So I'm just going to quickly make sure we're streaming. I don't think we're live on. We're not live on Instagram. Check YouTube real quick. So I'm starting to live stream across different platforms just to make sure. Okay, cool. So at least it's on YouTube. I think it's on Facebook. Let me make sure it's in this Facebook group as well. Doesn't look like we're streaming here, but that's okay. Sorry, just want to make sure we're streaming. And if you're watching this at a later time, just fast forward a little bit and we'll get to the part. I just want to make sure we are. Hmm. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Looks like Facebook isn't gonna connect right now, so that's all good. So we are going to start off. This is my streaming software. First day doing this, so this is kind of a test and a trial on this new software. I didn't want to have a bunch of different cameras set up all over the place, so we are ideally going to be streaming on Facebook too here shortly, but I know right now we're live on YouTube and on X. So for now, that's going to be enough. We're going to start off with three softwares that we're going to use today. It's going to be ManyChat, Go High Level, and Zapier. So we're going to connect these three. The main point of this automation is anytime you run an ad or you post something on social media, people are going to be commenting, DMing you, engaging. Maybe you're reposting it onto your story, and people are going to be DMing you from your stories as well. Whenever you're doing any of these actions across social media, number one, you're generating new leads. And number two, you might be generating new buyers. But the problem is for most people, they're not really, first of all, posting or running ads in order to actually generate leads and convert them. And the other side of it is once they do, or if they do generate the lead, they're not actually doing anything with that lead. So today we're going to build out a full funnel for one of my clients from when they get a post, when they get a comment on a post or when they get a DM, we're going to build this first part out in ManyChat, and then we're going to connect it to their CRM, which happens to be Go High Level. This can also connect to any CRM, really, Monday.com, HubSpot, Salesforce, whatever CRM you use, there's probably a way to connect it. She happens to use Go High Level. This is a really cool business, so I'm really happy to be doing this. It's kind of like a nonprofit and a business, and it's all about empowering women and empowering young girls to believe that they can do anything. So she is a firefighter, soon to retire, and she has these firefighter dolls, which is really cool. So we're going to start with ManyChat, and I'm just going to make sure that. Okay, awesome. So you guys can see my screen. We're going to start off here in ManyChat, and we're going to build out an automation. So we're going to build out a super simple automation first, which is just going to be auto DMing from the comments and from messages. And the point of this is to initially collect email addresses. So we're going to start a new automation. So here's where we're going to add different triggers. So if the user sends a message, or we'll say also if the user comments on your post or reel, and we'll say all posts or reels. And our keyword will be fire, fierce, and dolls. We could also do any comment, but if we do any comment, it's not going to allow us to use it for the user sends a message because it won't allow you to do it for every single message that's sent. And then once someone does comment, this is our variety of replies that we can have sent to them in the comments. So essentially here we're saying if the user sends a message that says fire, dolls, or how to purchase, buy, fears, just a bunch of keywords that someone might say that can trigger this, then we'll say whatever we want to say next. So you can say anything. Try to stay on brand here. So she actually has some coloring pages for kids. And since this is a children's product, it's perfect. So we can give this freebie. We'll add these words too, because someone might use any of these words. Essentially, when you make the post or when you're running the ad, you're going to tell the people what to do. You're going to say, comment freebie or DM me freebie for the free coloring pages or the free ebook or the free whatever it is that you're giving away for free. And then it's like, hey, thanks for reaching out. We're excited that you're interested in this and you want that freebie. We'd love to send you. We'd love to send you this. And then, actually, it's not necessary. So to get the freebie, please leave us your email below. They're going to send the email. And then what happens next? Awesome, you're all set. Click here to grab your coloring pages. And then we'll put the link to the coloring pages here. So what we've done essentially is we've made a post or ran an ad. We have a freebie there, and the point of the freebie is to collect these emails. Once somebody actually comments or sends a message, and we can even add in here a story post, we can add in here a number of things. This is specifically for Instagram, and then we're going to duplicate this for Facebook. Then we'll say, hey, thanks for reaching out. We're excited you're interested. To get the freebie, give us your email. They'll give us the email, and then once they give us the email, we are going to tag them. Email given. This tag is going to help them come into our CRM later. So it's important to remember to add a tag. And then it's going to say, awesome, you're all set. Click the link. And they'll be able to click the link and grab the freebie. If they don't respond, you can say, hey, are you still here? If you're still interested in getting the free coloring pages, please leave us your email below. Same thing, if they do leave the email, we want to tag them. Email given. And that's it. So we can preview it here. This is what's going to happen. It's going to say, hey, thanks for reaching out. To give us your email below. email@email.com. It's awesome, you're all set. And then we can click to grab it. Obviously, if we don't respond, that'll happen. So we can set this live. And let's see. Let me figure out what that's saying. So Marcus says private reply. Oh, actually, I should just Marcus private reply. Yes, that actually does make sense. So what it's just saying here is that first message is basically an opt-in, and what we'll do is we'll copy this, we'll remove this. Then we'll do this again. We'll create this first step. Connect it to that. See if that one will work. Awesome. So now this is on. Everything is not perfect. The links are not set yet, but the reason why I wanted to turn this on right now is so that we can work on connecting this to the CRM. That way, when people do reach out and give their email, it's actually going to go somewhere. Right now, it's just going to sit in contacts. So we don't want it to just sit in the contacts here in ManyChat. We want it to actually go to the CRM. So that's going to be really simple. All we're going to do is I use Zapier. Very simple website to use once you kind of get used to it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to connect both ManyChat and Go High Level. So you have a few accounts here, but we're just going to connect this one. Okay, cool. So it's connected. Let's just delete this one. And then we're going to connect Go High Level, which is in here as lead connector. Okay, this is the wrong account. So this is the right account. Just going to do a quick verification. Okay. So we are here. I'm going to add this connection. I don't like having multiple connections, so I'm just going to delete that second one. So on this free Zapier, you only get 100 zaps a month, which is not enough. This business already has like over 6,000 buyers, so they definitely need more. So you'll always have to upgrade if you're expecting a lot. But if you're just starting out and you know you're only getting 2 or 3 messages or comments a day, it's fine to just use the free plan. I do believe they do have a number of zaps or automations you can create with it as well, though. So now that we have those two things connected, we're going to build our bridge between the two. So now we're choosing what is going to actually trigger this. So whenever somebody's email is tagged, it's going to trigger this. So we see our thing that we created, email given, our tag that we created there. And then we're just going to test that, make sure it's giving us info. Let's see. I think we're going to need to at least tag one contact. Let's see if anyone has. I will just create myself as a test contact. Just to make this a lot easier. So we are going to just refresh this whole thing. We'll start over. Okay, so it's not pulling my tag. Let's see. Did it tag me? Okay, one person is tagged. That's me. So I should pull it here soon. Sometimes it takes a while to get in there. Let's try again. Cool. Found me. So we'll continue with me. And then now we're going to go to our lead connector app. So what is it going to do now? So we've got the email, we've got the person. What is it going to do now? So that's just the next event. We're going to add a contact. So this is just the first phase. The second half of this is going into the CRM and saying, hey, what happens whenever a contact is added? So that's important too. It's going to be so different for different kinds of businesses because let's say for my real estate business, if I get a new contact, they could be a buyer, they could be a seller, they could be an agent, could be a transaction coordinator, a title company, like who knows? It could be somebody wanting to learn about real estate, wanting to learn about automations. So just depending on what your business is kind of how this part is set up. For this, it's very straightforward. Anybody coming into this world is going to be inquiring about these dolls. It's a e-commerce business. They have one product, basically. They have different versions of the product, but they basically have one product. So everybody who comes in is going to be added to an email list and get these, monthly or biweekly emails, which we will set up in the CRM. But let's say you're a real estate business and you have a different word on ManyChat for buyers and a different word for sellers. That's going to be really important to set this stage up to make sure the people are going to the right place. That way, when you add them as a contact, they're not just coming in as a contact and getting all of the emails that you send to everybody. They're getting specifically what you want them to get. So because this is a simple version, I'm just going to add it as an add or update contact. And then here, we're just mapping out the fields. Pretty self-explanatory. I didn't give my phone number, but I gave my email. Actually, auto-filled my phone number, but I won't put that in for now. And then there is some required data. So we will mark me as a lead and we'll continue. And then we'll test the step. And how we're going to test the step is we're just going to go into our CRM here and make sure I appear as a lead. That's it. It's very simple. Here I am. So that automation worked. Now, anytime anyone comments or DMs and actually gives their email to receive the freebie, it'll go through Zapier and it'll become a lead here. Now, the second half of this is creating these automations, whether it's emails, and this is something that we created last week, but let's say it's emails. It's just having these templates made up. And now anytime someone comes in for the coloring pages, they can start getting the coloring pages and then start receiving the weekly emails or the weekly promo. So now it's just building out the October deals, the November deals, December deals, or however it is, quarterly, monthly, biweekly sales that you might have, or updates, newsletters, just configuring all of that. And all the contacts will, once they come into the system, if you make all of the contacts receive them, they'll be received. If you want to tag them specifically so that they only receive what they're supposed to receive, that's another option as well. So this was a quick, simple workflow. If you have any questions about this, please. Sorry, that was my real estate CRM. I'm trying to find you guys and I'm finding everything else. Where did my stream go? Okay, here we are. So if you have any questions about this, so that's basically this whole automation here, social media. This can also be done on an ad. So where I said, commenting on a post, I would have just changed that to an ad, and then we would have connected it to the ad that was being ran. That way, whenever someone comments on an ad that's being ran, the same thing happens. They get that initial message with the freebie or whatever that's going to collect their email. And then it just builds up their email list on autopilot. You don't have to worry about leads falling through the cracks. You don't have to worry about anything like that. So if you're watching this in the future, just follow that step by step. Or if you want something like this built for your business and your CRM or something much more complex, just let me know. That's what we're here for. Super excited. And if you guys are on Facebook, join the group Women in Business AI Automation Hub. This should also be live streaming on there. That's going to be a Facebook group where we're going to be posting a lot of free live builds, templates. We're going to give away free automations. So very excited about that. And if you're in Vegas, make sure you join the Las Vegas AI Club. It's a group on Meetup. We're going to meet live and we're going to be doing this kind of stuff together a couple times a month. So very excited about all of this. This was just a quick live build to share with everyone, a simple automation. So watch this when you're building something for yourself. It'll really transform your business and take away hours of manual work a week trying to figure out who needs to be getting the emails, sending out email blasts manually, text blasts manually, trying to figure out who messaged you about your products. This is going to help everything be very, very simple and streamlined.